Hello, goats. So this is Yara. I'm your ESD consultant, and this session is gonna be about spin selling, so we can learn how to approach our customers and how to sell our product properly. So the first thing that I need you to have very clear is the customer flow. This is the current customer flow that we have, and as you see, we have this red line here, and we have the attraction and consideration stage. They're really important. Why? Because we need to focus our sales skills on them so we can have aligned signups and also aligned EPs. And we can also get more of them so we can have better results at the end. And how we can do that? Being sales masters, and that's why we have the spin selling method. So basically, SPIN is the acronym of type of sales questions that can take a disinterested prospect to someone who's motivated to buy your product. So we have four kind of questions, which are this one, and we have the S, that is for situation questions, and basically what we want to do with these questions is to have very clear which is the current context or the current situation of the customer. And for this it's very important to not make many of them because we can bore people. So we're gonna see some examples in the next slides. And then we have the P, which is for problem questions. And this is very important for us because we need to understand that the core of selling is mostly solving a problem. So we need to make the customer realize that he or she has a problem in order for us to give a solution to it. Then we have the I, which is for implication questions. And basically this consists in taking the problem that the customer thinks it's small and build it up into a problem big enough to justify taking action. So previously we need to make them know they have a problem, but with the implication phase, we need to make them realize that they need to get it solved, that this problem is very important, that they need to get a solution for it. And at the end, we have the N, which is for need payoff questions, and they will help us to build the positive elements of a solution. And basically, here we need to focus the customer's attention on the solution rather than the problem. So we have some examples here. And for the situation questions, as I mentioned, we just need to know the basic information of the customer. And it could be just the name, the age, what career they're studying, or what hobbies they have. And we need to know also what made the person search for ISEC. And also, and this is very important, what is the AP looking for in an ISEC experience? Why? Because at the end, we can have signups and we can have accepted and approvals and realized. But if we don't get aligned EPs, at the end, even if we deliver all the standards and everything, they won't have complete experiences. Why? Because maybe ISEC is not what they were looking for in the beginning. So we need to align we need to align on this with the APs. Then we have the problem questions. So as I mentioned, we need to make all the questions that we need to make the customer realize that he or she has a problem. So for this, we can ask, what do the person wants to develop? What is his or her main motivation? Maybe what is missing on the person's curriculum, because as you know, we offer with Global Volunteer and with every product that we have in ISEC, we offer the development of the leadership skills. So at the end, it's something that universities don't offer to us, and it could be very helpful for them to find these kind of skills for them to grow on the profile of their curriculum. And maybe another problem could be that the person needs to learn another language or that the person needs to have an international experience to be ahead in the market. So all of them could be problems that we can make them realize that they have. Then we have the implication questions. So as I mentioned, it's not enough uh, that they know they have a problem. They need to know they have a problem that they need to get solved. So with these questions, we can get that. And this is an example. We can ask, sorry, like, how will you be if you develop this? Or for example, here we have like some common excuses that the APs have. So for example, here like I don't speak English, and we can like tell them like, you told me you don't speak English, right? So why don't you challenge yourself to share the volunteer experience with young people who speak English? So in this phase, it's very important for us to make the right questions to overcome any excuse that the AP may have. And at the end, and the most important part is the need payoff questions. So here is when we offer the product that we have. It's not in the beginning, it's at the end. So we have here like we as CP managers, we will present ISEC opportunities as the best solution for the development they're looking for. So we need to present the value of our EP for the project, because maybe they will think that if they don't take the opportunity, another person will do it, and maybe it's true, but we need to show how the EP can change or it can be a really great support for the project or even for the city they will be living in. So another important part is that we can play with vacancy numbers, because our EPs don't know how ISEC works. So we can play with this, like saying them like, we have just one available space for you in this project, and it's just one. So maybe if you don't take it, another person will do it. So they can like act faster than they would than so they can act faster, and we can have a short process time for this. So at the end, we have some tips for you, because it's very important for you that you use your defined buyer persona. I know that you have a buyer persona for every LC, so it's very important for you and for your TLs and your members to know this very well and to look for that kind of person, because at the end it's not worth it that you have a buyer persona if you're attracting any kind of people. So you need to look just for the personas that match with your buyer persona. And you need also to make sure that all your team understand your product and knows how to make the right questions. This is the primary key for this, and we need to be also we need to be professional, because at the end we're the image of ISEC. So if we don't take this professionally, they won't believe in ISEC at all. And this is very important. We need to be a person, not a salesperson, because at the end, making a sale, the most important thing is not just talking. We need to listen to the customer, because if we don't know what is the need they have, and we don't know what they want to get with our product, we cannot offer a proper solution for them, and they will not see the value of our product. So it's very important to listen rather than talking. And at the end, it's very important that we always sell our IR partners projects, because we need to really know them, and we need to know how to sell them as a solution for our customer needs. And as a final reminder for you is that you need to keep in mind that it's all about asking the right questions. So these questions that I just gave to you are not like the only ones that you can ask. You can change some of them, you can use some of them, but at the end, the flow and the questions should be followed, as I mentioned, not as a closed script. You need to question what is necessary and what the customer needs. So always try to adapt to your customer needs. Okay. So this is all for this session. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. This is my WhatsApp number. And yeah, that will be it. And I hope you learned something today.